Hello, everyone. Sorry about the music bot. Welcome to I'm No Rookie, episode 10. Metal Gear Solid 3, featuring Major Zero, guiding Sparty. And I'm going to hand it over to these boys in just a second, once I put them on the right screen. Welcome, Major. Welcome, Sparty.
Hey, Apache. Thank you. Hey, Sparty. How you doing?
Not bad. What's going on, fellas?
Going pretty good. So let's just dive right into it, huh?
Yep, sounds good.
So we're gonna start with the Operation Snake Eater save. And the first thing I'm gonna tell you, you might not like, use the Snake Eater camera. I promise it'll make you more consistent.
No.
It's gonna make you a lot more consistent. It's gonna make a lot more lines easier to see. And it's gonna give you the same setup for a lot of things every time. How often do you mess up that first roll after the boss cutscene, by the way?
Which cutscene are you talking about?
The boss cutscene, the one right at the beginning of the list.
I think I'm getting pretty consistent with it. This is actually the one area where I do change the camera to the fixed camera. So, but I would say I'm pretty consistent on it. I usually roll right before I get to that tree. Here, let me show you. I'm going back to the old camera for now.
Get in the habit. Change it.
See, the reason why I don't like this is I can't see where I'm going further ahead.
Yeah, man, it's all muscle memory.
Yeah. It's like you're looking straight down on the ground instead of like to your target. But I know what you mean though. It's like the more I do it. Okay.
So, do you feel like you need any help with this roll?
This roll, no. I think I got this roll down. So I'm just gonna go to the end. Okay.
I watched some of your runs, and you didn't seem to have any issues. But I do want to show you two small things.
Yep.
If you do ever mess up that first roll by the tree, I think you know about this one as a safety you can do. When you're hugging the wall, you can do a roll, and it'll bring your camo index up, so you're less likely to get caught. So right here, you can do a roll there, right?
Hold on. Can you do it one more time?
Yeah, I can. Give me just 1 second.
Game over or something.
Give me just 1 second.
All right.
Okay. So if you ever mess up this roll here by the tree, once you're hugging this wall, just do a roll here, and you'll be less likely to get caught by those guards.
Ah, okay. How do you know you messed up the first roll?
If you ever go like way off to the side or anything like that, or you just take a bad line or anything that looks a little bit slow, right? You just gotta use your judgment.
Okay. Let me try it. Then it's a good habit to just do it, just in case, I guess.
Sure, if you want. It's only a third of a second for a roll, so it's just not a big deal. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to show you is the line here. Just make sure you're staying close to the wall. Some people come way out here and then they get an alert and wonder why.
Yeah. It's happened to me before.
Just in case you didn't know, why that happened, that's why. It's just because those guards that are coming south can just barely see you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I always thought it was the guard that's really close to you sees you.
Not in my experience.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm not equipping these stun grenades when I'm doing the roll. But anyway, that's all I wanted to show you for that area. Just a couple little safeties, something to understand. So, this part's going to be fun. In Dolinavano, you're going to learn the roll. You're going to learn the fast strat. You're going to have fun with that. So, going into Dolinavano, you want to make sure you don't lose any time. You want to be holding the correct input as you're coming into the screen. And what we're going to do is we're going to hug this left wall, which is going to put us just outside of this first guard's vision. And we're going to reach a certain point, which I'm going to try to show you. So here's that wall. See, we're just barely out of his vision. And I like to roll right about here, right? Towards that gap between the trees.
Okay.
Basically, at the end of the grass, at or close to the end of that red grass is where I like to roll.
So hug left wall, roll towards end of grass.
Yes.
Okay.
And right there. Right?
Hmm.
The other thing I want to show you is actually, I'm not going to show you this. There's a safety you can do here, but it's kind of annoying. You can do a roll here, but it's honestly not worth it. Shit. I didn't mean to do that.
Harder than it seems.
No, I
hate
walked
this
off.
roll.
I walked off the cliff. But the other thing I want to show you is when you're going for the roll between the trees, you can walk a lot further than you think you can. Right? So
Okay.
walk a lot closer to the trees and then do your roll. So that way you get the right lineup every time.
So are you just trying to roll between the trees next to the bridge?
Yeah, you just want to land here. Right? And once you land here, just wait, half a second. You don't have to wait the 3 or 4 seconds that I did, and then you just go on. So yeah.
All right,
I'm going to show you again, or you want to have a go?
I'll try it now.
Sure.
All right, so I'm switching into Snake Eater camera here. All right, so run up, hug left wall towards the end of the grass. Damn it. So you're saying I probably could have gotten closer, like you were saying?
Yeah.
again.
The first thing I would say is roll off the hill a little bit earlier, like kind of like right before the grass ends.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to be super far away from the guard, just far enough away that he can't hear your footsteps. That's all. And then take a couple steps towards the tree, and then do your roll.
Okay.
Between.
Damn it. I'm rolling right into the left tree.
Yeah, the gap is kind of tight. It might just take a bit of practice, but I promise it's worth it. This saves you 8 seconds over what you're doing.
All right.
So when you roll off the hill, roll a little bit earlier, like before the grass ends. You know what I mean?
Paranoid now. When I rolled earlier, I was too close where he heard my footsteps, so now I'm like trying to make up for it.
Sure. It's all about the angle.
Oh, come on.
That would have worked if you'd rolled earlier. Let me show you the kind of the angle I take.
All right, go ahead.
So I come up to the hug the wall, and I roll right before the grass ends, and I roll. That was bad, but I roll north, and it's still, well, I rolled too far, but it worked. The part that I thought I messed up worked.
Do it one more time. Let me see.
Sure.
Snake!
So roll right about here, right? Take a couple steps, do your roll, and you're good to go.
Okay.
Good. Ah.
All right. Let's try this again. All
There you
right.
go. Nice.
Let me try it again.
This is the sort of trick it's hard to learn, and then once you get it, you just never mess it up in runs. Like it'll be like 1 in 100 that you'll mess it up in an actual run. It's kind of weird. I guess it's like riding a bike or something.
All right, I won't hold up this area too long. It's just something I guess I just got to keep practicing until I get.
Yeah, it's all a matter of practice. You'll get familiar with the timing.
Yeah, but I see the idea though.
Yep.
time I pass this, I'll continue forward. Hopefully it's not too long. Oh, come on. Okay.
Awesome. So I think your Ocelot unit is good. I don't think you really need anything there. Do you feel like you need anything?
Well, it's a little slower compared to what you guys do. Let me show you what I do, and you can see where it's slower.
Sure.
And it's all because we both shoot the guard that's right outside the window first. Then we go out, shoot the other guy that's like over by the tree, hiding,
Sure.
and then the rest is where it's different. Let me grab the box.
Real quick, let me show you a little optimization for picking up the box. Once you climb up on this like first box, hold
Mhm.
up and left on the D-pad and just mash X, and he'll do that.
D-pad?
Yeah, D-pad.
Huh. Okay. So like this. Oh,
You got to be into the snake eater camera.
boo! What? Oh,
You
there
got to
we go.
mash X fast.
Yeah, I got it.
That's a pretty consistent way to get the box fast. So
Okay, so let me show you what I do, and then you can see where it's slower.
actually, I'm gonna get to that cutscene too.
So menu-wise, I don't need to change anything. What I do is backpack, take out the survival knife, equip Mark 22, and take out D-Mic.
Go ahead and put the box on while you're at it, actually, because we're not gonna use the bug spray.
And you don't unequip anything else. You just put the box on. That's it.
Yeah, it's not faster to unequip anything else.
Okay, so here's what I do. Damn it. Hold on. I'm very rusty. I haven't ran MGS3 in a while.
It's just fine. Don't worry about it. We got all
So
day.
here's... Alright, I gotta get used to this menu. Here. Shoot. Okay. So here, I shoot this guy twice. And then I do a roll. Take... then here... What the... I forgot what the button is. Oh, it's L1. Then I roll here. And then shoot this guy. I don't think I hit him. But then I shoot this guy with the auto aim thing. And then that guy's still up. And then I just take care of him with a headshot. But I'm not going to do that. I'll just get caught. But that's usually what I do.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, actually, I can show you a couple of improvements on that. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and show you.
Okay.
It's the basic premise is the same, but I just do the order a little bit differently. So I am highly going to suggest using the snake eater camera here. I think it's going to make it a lot better. I saw you struggling with that camera a lot, and
Yeah,
I really
usually I'm much smoother with it. I'm just rusty.
Yeah, it's fine. You're out of practice. I understand perfectly. But I still think it's going to be better to use the snake eater camera. Anyway, a small little optimization you can do is coming into the fight, you can hold down and right on the D-pad and start, and you'll always be facing the correct way. Just a nice little detail.
Okay.
So I do the opening the same way. Just shoot that guy in the body. Make sure you're quick about this. Get down here. I like to go for headshot. 2 body shots is fine. Doesn't matter. Then get this guy. Shoot him in the body. And then you do your stun grenade bit.
Yep.
I like to knock on the wall. It's questionable whether or not it actually makes a difference. But
I really don't think it does, but I'm not sure though, so
I just do it out of habit. It probably doesn't matter. And I think you know how to do the rest. Basically, it's bad.
I think the hardest is shooting the second guy with a headshot. Because if you shoot him in the body and you do this area really fast, he might see you.
It's definitely possible, yeah. And then once you're coming here, that guy will normally be awake. I just stand right about by this tree and just do an auto aim shot, and that'll take him out.
Okay, let me try that. So how I set it up, before I even menu is I press down right like this, and then I menu. I don't know.
If you just hold all 3 inputs, you'll do it on all on the first frame.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. Just do whatever's comfortable for you. That's just what I do, and I thought I'd plant the idea in your brain.
Damn it, wrong gun. Try it again. At least I'm in the right camera now. Okay. Here. Is that the door? Yeah. Oh, this guy. Damn it. Didn't want to pick that up. I don't think I got him.
I think you. Well, actually, no, maybe not.
I saw the red exclamation on his head.
Yeah, same.
Alright.
It looked like you were aiming at him, but I think you missed. I don't know how.
Oh, damn. I forgot the box. Bad habits.
It's not a big deal. You have no clue how many times I've forgotten to cure the leech.
Oh. Damn it, this guy. Oh. This is so hard. Oh, this guy is up. Roll into him. Whatever.
If that ever happens, the best thing to do is to go for the guy on the roof and just get your headshot, and as soon as you get him, roll into any of the guards that are still awake. You'll usually have enough time, unless all 4 of them are awake, which means you got your stun grenade way off.
Okay.
Let me... Actually, I can just explain it. When you're going for that 3rd guard, the one in the northeast by the mine detector, you can kind of just like run straight into the corner, and as long as you're actually running towards the corner, you'll never get stuck on the walls. You'll never like lean on them. So keep that in mind. Or you can just, back up from the corner a little bit. Anything that's comfortable for you.
Damn it. I didn't go far enough to the corner.
That position was fine though. It was good enough, you just missed your shot. It's not a super precise spot or anything like that.
But I feel like if I was more to the corner, I would have seen him earlier, maybe.
For sure. But, if it happens in a run, you can usually save that.
Let me try this again. Nope, don't grab that. Menu bad.
The menuing is not a big deal right now. You can work on that small optimization later.
Yeah. All right, starting to get the hang of the beginning.
Yeah, that one was super clean. One other thing I guess I can mention is don't raise your gun until you're actually in first person. Otherwise, you might lock onto the wrong guy and you'll be facing like the wrong way.
So I raise my gun when I exit the door, and I try to shoot the guy, the second guy. That's when I raise my gun.
That's what some people do. I mean, actually, that's what most people do. Like 99% of them. I just find it's a lot better not to, because 99% of the time I find that I just auto aim on some guy through a wall, and then I'm not even close to the guy I actually want to be shooting. It just try it out. If it's not more comfortable, don't worry about it. It's just a tiny little optimization. It's just not a big deal.
And I missed him. Oh. Ah, back against the wall. Auto aim.
I like to use D-pad for that.
This guy. All right,
Yeah,
I
that was
got
good.
the idea though.
Yeah, that was good. That was pretty clean. No arguments with that one. Right, so let's move on. So we are going to skip the bug juice, and we're going to cure the leech instead. This has the potential to be very slightly faster, and if you get the cutscene for the leech, it's just like it's the same speed. So
Okay.
you have a chance of going faster, basically. Something else I noticed is that I think you started your swim in a weird place. Let me show you where to start your swim at. So what we're going to do is we're going to come, after we come into the area, head west past this tree. And we're going to specifically go right here, in between these two trees, right? And, just roll in, and then walk forward and mash X, and you'll see Snake will start to do a dive. Let go of the controls, and he'll get like a super dive. Let me show you that again. It needs to be, you can do that off any like underwater ledge like this, if you see what I'm looking at in the water here.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it off of any of those, but you want to do it specifically here because this is the closest to the water, or to the shore, sorry. Roll in, mash X while holding forward, and he'll dive and just let go. And that's how you get the super dive every time. So I'm actually going to die, so I don't have like 9 leeches and no stamina.
Okay, let me try it.
Yeah, sure, have a go.
I was facing the wrong way.
There you go. You got the right idea though. But you could even wait a little longer. You get like a lot of time on HD. For some reason, the frame rate makes Snake's dive like 10 times faster. I don't know why.
Before, as soon as I dove, I just mashed buttons.
Yeah. A lot of people will lay in the water and then start crawling from a prone, or sorry, swimming from a prone. You'd be surprised how much time this saves you.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But we are going to pick up that Mark 22 ammo. The grenades. The Mark 22 ammo is optional, is what I meant to say. And as soon as you get out of the water, you can cure the leech.
Okay. So cure, and then it's R2, then cigar.
Yep. And one more thing I forgot to mention: when you go to the actual cure menu, press up because you can see it's fewer inputs. 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it's the same. Am I dumb?
Wait, 1, 2, 3 versus.
It's the same. Ignore me.
Okay. It just looks more because I guess you're.
Yeah.
It's the 4th one down, but the 3rd one from bottom up. But it's the same, I guess.
It's the same. I never thought about that. That's kind of weird. All right. Anyway, once you cure that leech, you're good to go. I like to change the box a little earlier than this, but you can just do it whenever.
I usually put the box on, like, when I just come out of the water, I hold L2, and then menu up to the box, and then I let go. And then it's just on my previous.
Obviously, it's all personal preference. It makes no difference when you do it.
Okay.
I think your Bolshaya Pass South is good. I don't think you have any issues there. Do you have any consistency issues or anything?
So what I do is, let me show you what I do. It's a little, I think it's a little slower from what you do. And I don't get it 100% of the time.
Okay, I think you take a weird line, don't you? There were a few rooms where I saw you take some weird lines.
Theater, I go between the claymores, so I just look at the claymores and I go like right between them. And then I roll, and then I go first person and shoot this. Sometimes when I don't go first person and I just shoot, it'll hit like the railing or something, and the dogs won't
Sure.
bark.
No, that's
so what
just
I
fine.
do, I just roll first person, aim at the wall or whatever, and let me get caught real quick.
Yeah,
There's a second area where you're in the box. I go all the way to the right to get both of the guards' attention that are guarding that gate.
Okay.
So this is, hold on, let's see if I can do this in one try.
Don't leave the room. I want to show you something
Okay.
before you leave.
So here, I go between the claymores, roll first person, shoot the wall. Up here. So like here with the box, I go all the way to the corner over here, and I just move around until both these guys look at me,
Sure.
and then I go through the hole.
That's the PS2 strat. That's probably like a holdover from the PS2 days.
Okay, and then I just exit.
Okay. Well, that all seems good. I think that's just fine. I'm not going to nitpick on lines. It's just not a big deal. That line is maybe half a second slower at worst. If you want, you can have a look at my line and then learn it. But I'm not going to sit here and focus on it because I just don't think that's necessary. I think your line is perfectly sufficient. The only thing I will tell you is don't waste any time in this room. If you sit around for a while, the room is going to be off cycle.
Right. Okay.
I also did not mean to come in on the box. So what I do is I go kind of right here between these two claymores, which are a lot harder to see.
Yeah, I could never tell what this line was on Snake Eater camera. I tried like that, but I had no idea where you guys.
It's all muscle memory. I can't see the claymores either.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're at. I just know they're there. And I kind of equip the box at the last second here. So here's what I am going to show you though. You can just run up against this part of the fence here. It's not electrified for some reason, but only on the HD collection. And after these subtitles go away, then you can roll through because the second guard is looking away normally. So obviously he wasn't then. Right when I say that, obviously then he's not looking away. That's just how it works. So, you don't need to go to the right. You can just hug the fence. Once the subtitle goes away, then you can roll through, and you're clear. Simple.
All right, let me try it that way.
Nice.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to get zapped.
I had to move a little to the left.
Oh, nice. I noticed you did that. Don't leave the room, by the way. If you haven't already.
Too late.
It's fine. I'll just show you. It doesn't matter. It's not something you need to practice. I noticed, by the way, you did that nice thing in the grass where you let go of left stick to keep moving a little bit. It's good. A lot of people don't notice that. I'm glad you did. I didn't even have to tell you. Anyway, this load zone here is at a bias. It starts there and goes to here. So if you just roll to the right, you'll get to it a little quicker. Save like a second.
I always roll to the left. Weird. Okay.
And I think you know how to do this room, right?
Let me see. Kinda. So you're already on your what do you call it?
1911.
1911, yeah.
Yeah, it's on by default, and I just never take it off.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I kind of take a weird line here that most people don't. It's probably a little bit slower, but it's pretty consistent, so I don't worry too much about it. Except when I obviously mess it up. Isn't it amazing that like right when
well, it's hard to explain and do it at the same time. This is the same thing that was happening to me on MGS4. Like when you're explaining it and doing it all, it's definitely harder than just muscle memory doing it.
I guess, but it's like when you take your car to the mechanic and then suddenly everything works. All your problems go away.
Yep.
It's the exact opposite here.
You go to the doctor, like, oh, it was hurting yesterday, but now it's fine.
Yeah. All right, so Ocelot. I noticed you did you basically just did the things out of order. All you're gonna do is change the order up. You got the right idea with Ocelot. This is gonna save you 14 seconds though. It's gonna be a big time save.
Damn.
So going into the fight, we're gonna hold R2, change to the Mark 22, and as normal, take off the suppressor, stop him in his tracks. You know that part.
Mm-hmm.
Throw a stun grenade at him.
Now the stun grenade throw, does it matter like where I throw it or underhand, overhand?
I just stay in third person and underhand it. I just want to get it out of my hands, pretty much.
So you just mash square, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. I just mash it.
Okay.
I think that an underhand throw is slightly more consistent. An overhand throw can make him dodge on the next. It's weird. Basically, just throw it underhand. But I don't aim it or anything like that. I just throw it. Headshot, and then another one, and I just throw this one too. Then the Marcor, and then once it kind of like fizzles out or whatever, you know how it does that animation before it turns into food.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I shoot Ocelot in the face, and then I go for a couple more headshots. Sometimes his hat falls off, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes he runs away.
Yeah, I just feel like this fight is one of the most inconsistent ones for me. Sometimes I'll be able to finish him off before he runs off, and then more times than I want, he'll run away and I have to start chasing him.
Yeah, I'm also pretty inconsistent at this fight. It's just kind of an inconsistent fight. He behaves very strangely. I don't know why. See, I shot off his hat. 1, 2. Yep. Okay. He had iframes. Recovery is basically shooting third person as much as you can if you ever mess it up.
Hey, fear and anxiety. Yep, I know what you mean.
Oh man, I am washed up. Can't aim anymore. The fight is not this inconsistent. I'm just being bad right now. I don't know why.
It's Murphy's Law right now.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I've seen you do this hundreds of times. I think
He
I
didn't
was
even notice
shooting.
the thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think that's what's really messing me up is I was shooting the Marcor out of order, so he would never notice it.
Yeah. Maybe you should be teaching me how to do this. My god.
Oh, and something else that always messes me up is at the beginning with the DS3, sometimes Snake will not shoot.
Right.
That'll really screw it up.
Finally. So now this last shot will kill him. So let me try to explain what I did. You obviously I did the whole stun grenade loop, right? Did you catch that part? The order for that?
Yep.
Okay. After you shoot the Markor, one headshot, he's going to potentially shoot at you. Then he's going to notice the Markor, 2 more headshots, and finally a body shot will end it.
Okay, let me try it.
Yeah, I'll just watch you.
All right, so I'll just say what I'm doing. So as soon as the fight starts, okay. So as soon as the fight starts, hold R2, unequip suppressor, shoot him in the back. Then then you wanna throw a stun grenade. Then you turn around. Then headshot. Another stun grenade. Then turn around again. But this time you're gonna shoot the Markor, right? Is that the next step?
Yes, with the 1911.
Okay, so here, turn around. Shoot the Markor. Back to the Mark 22. Headshot. Oh, it was too slow. Another headshot.
One more headshot and then a body shot.
Okay. Can't auto aim.
So one of your headshots was a hand shot.
Let's try it again.
That's something that happens to me a lot. He'll be at a bad angle, and I'll just hit his hand instead of his head. That's why I sometimes take a long time to do that shot, because I'd rather, I'd rather take a couple seconds on that shot than have him running all around the arena on me.
Oh, come on.
Nice.
Okay, so I just gotta get used to when to shoot the Markor and when to go for headshots.
Yeah, it's just the order is really all I wanted to teach you. You know how to do the fight. I know you do. I've seen you do it. So I don't think we need to really spend a lot of time on this. Just you got the order now.
Okay.
Wow, I missed that shot. It's been a long time since I missed that opening shot.
That's what I was talking about too. Because once he goes behind the tree, like you might want to reset.
Yeah, pretty much. There you go. That's what the fight's supposed to look like. Jeez. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you for this save. So we don't need to do the pain. I think your pain is perfect, actually. Just fine. So let's go ahead and go to that river save.
Okay. So let's just go get out of here then. So pain, yeah, I feel like I know what to do in the pain. It's just execution.
Oh, you wanted to practice the pain?
No, I don't. Let's just keep going. No,
All
I feel like I know what to do. It's just sometimes I'll get the headshots clean, sometimes I'll miss and have to reset.
Okay. I can't really help you with aim. That's something you have to learn on your own. But your execution, or rather your knowledge of the strat, seemed perfect in the videos that I watched. So
okay, we can go to the river then.
Yeah, I think you know exactly what you're doing.
I feel like when I saw your run, you grab the ammo and stay back there, and I have no idea how you do it. I'm like trying to get as close as I can to shoot him.
I'm just kind of comfortable with my aim usually, except for today. I'm pretty bad today. Usually, I'm pretty decent. But it does make a big difference to get close. Like you'd be amazed how much.
It definitely does. Yeah, I have horrible aim, so like any advantage I can get, I try to use it.
But Pony Soviet South. So going into this area, if you hold X and up, you'll get into the water on the first frame. Also,
die. Okay, go ahead. Explain.
Something I forgot to tell you in the lake. try pressing X and then circle, like alternating between them to swim. It's a little bit faster, a little bit easier, I should say.
That's what I do.
Oh, good. All right, perfect.
So I use my middle finger and index finger and just alternate X circle.
Same. And once you need to come up for air, just press triangle, and you can. It's a little bit faster and a little bit easier.
You can press triangle? I did
Yep.
not know that. I just aim up and keep swimming.
Real quick, have a look at this last light because I noticed you didn't do this in the run I watched. You can get to the right of it without waiting on it. Just like the other lights, you can just go to the right and it won't see.
Oh.
Just like that. And it's fine if you lose a little bit of health at the end. It doesn't really matter as long as you got some to spare, you know.
Right.
That's that. Pretty simple.
I guess your ocelot and pain fight will determine your strategy in losing health here. Okay.
Definitely.
So hold X and up.
Yep.
X up. Okay. Oh, nice. I feel like on this search I have to go more to the right than the other one.
Really? Yeah, they can be a little weird sometimes.
Okay. But that triangle is nice to do.
Yeah, I love that. Right, you told me that one. I love it. I saw him. I watched a run of his, and I saw him coming straight up out of the water in the docks in the next area, and I was like, "How do you do that?"
Okay.
There you go. Simple. Okay, I think your docks are good. I think there's just one thing we need to change. There's not much that really can be changed in docks. Like, not much you can do to mess it up. So I think you're good here. But we do need to pick up these smoke grenades. That is critical. Also, make sure you shoot the barrel. Obviously, that's also critical now. Otherwise, if you don't, you won't have enough damage on them. So here's the smoke grenade in this corner. I do a little roll here. That's not necessary. It's probably not faster. It's probably the same as just walking around and running off.
Okay.
It's your preference. But that's it.
Oh, whoa. The boost is crazy. I just noticed it.
Yeah, I wish I could find a way to consistently get that boost, because if you could, it'd be awesome. It'd save a couple seconds for him. Great.
Oh, don't. Okay, so here.
That happens when you hold up, coming out of the water. I don't know why. It's a weird bug.
Okay.
So, we're going to teach you the Fast Warehouse 1.
Okay.
Whoops. I noticed you did kind of a jank strat, I'll be honest.
That's what I'm known for.
We're going to bring you up to snuff. So you can roll or box up these stairs. It's kind of questionable whether or not it matters. First roll over this railing, like that. I think you do that anyway, don't you, actually?
Yeah, I roll over this, and then the rest is different.
This is where it changes. So what we're going to do, we're going to bump into this guard and roll towards the stairs. We want to get as far up the stairs as we can, just basically close enough to the, like, turning the corner on the stairs so the guard can't see us as quick as possible. You know what I mean? We want to get there as quick as possible. And we're basically just going to repeat that all the way up the stairs. We're going to bump into a guard, roll up the next set, bump into a guard, and so on.
Okay.
So, bump, roll, box. So we can... Whoops. I ran into the wall.
I think when I tried to learn this, the hardest part is just rolling up the stairs after the bump. I'd always run into the wall. So roll, bump, roll.
The best thing I can tell you is to remember that your roll hitbox is huge.
Right.
There you go. So a couple things. I want to show you something at the beginning, a safety, backup, I should say. If you ever mess up that roll over the railing, just equip the box. Right? If you ever mess it up so badly that you don't actually get over the railing, you're screwed.
Yeah.
But if you ever just slow down a bit, just equip the box, and this guard will delay. before alerting on you, and that'll give you all the time you need to get up.
Wow. Okay.
That's rare. It's never happened to me before.
I think because you were just messing around maybe at the beginning. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But I think you get the idea anyway.
Yeah. I'll watch it one more time and then do it.
Roll. So there I had a kind of a bad roll, but it should still work. There you go. Roll box. Bump. Roll. And here, if you're ever a bit slow, just equip the box. Right? That way he won't alert on you. He'll see the box and think it's
right.
if you ever had a bad roll or anything.
Let me try it. I think box is in my previous or should be. Oh, try it again. Didn't get to the stairs.
Yeah, that first roll is definitely the trickiest. There's not a whole lot I can tell you. It's a lot of muscle memory, a lot of practice goes into it. Because that first roll you can't see as well as the others.
So I guess go further up before I roll instead of churning it sharp.
Yep, that is an option. There is a backup for this, but it's not Foxhound. It's going to require you to lose Foxhound. Do you even want to know that?
Oh, the where you kill the guy? I think I've seen that strat where you shoot the barrels.
Just shoot him in the face. With
Oh, that works.
And the guard above will hear, and it'll basically like put you back on cycle. Barrels aren't. Well, we already used it.
Oh, true. So you just shoot him with the M1911 and just keep going?
Yeah, if you just shoot him in the face with the 1911 and kill him, the guard above him will hear it. And it'll kind of put you back on the cycle where you need to be. One thing I could say, by the way, for this roll is roll a little bit like when you hold your stick to the northwest position. Nice, that was good, except you didn't hit him with the roll.
Yeah.
It seems like you're holding your stick more westerly than northerly.
Okay.
And I think that's putting you like it's just quite slightly off the right stairs. That was good.
Oh,
I jinxed it.
At least the first part I got through.
Nice. Yeah, that's perfectly fine if you always equip the box there. That's the box is like a 0.2 time loss. It's just fine if you equip it every time.
okay.
I am gonna do this room again though. I don't remember. I think I used some ammo or something. I don't remember. So here I got a bad roll, so I'm going to equip the box. There we go. That's a save. Except for when I run against the railing. So that the reason I got caught there is obvious. It was all me. The box has a huge hitbox, and I just got stuck. So, nothing really changes in this room. Although, actually, I will show you one small time save. I think you roll over this trap. Just box up it. Because the trap gets reset anyway. And there's a hill here, so... There you go. Fastest way through. Just a small little thing.
Okay.
I also normally change to my Mark 22 much sooner. I don't know why I didn't. But...
Rip.
I think you know how to get into the lab. I think, honestly, your lab is pretty good. There were just a couple small things I wanted to show you in the lab. So, feel free to carry on. I don't think you really need to worry too much about.
I'm just gonna reset this room because I lost health.
Oh, sure. Actually, one thing I will show you. It's a small thing, but when you roll towards the whatever vent, if you're at the right angle, sometimes you can go right, like with the D-pad, and just shimmy in that way. It can be a little bit faster. You don't crawl faster when you're going left and right. The only difference is it saves you from turning, and then
Yeah.
so it's just like.
Oh, okay.
But it's not something you want to like. It's something you only want to do when it works. You don't want to set yourself up so that you go in sideways if you're not naturally doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
So this line, where usually what I do is when I come out of the crawling, is I just shoot twice to get rid of the guys straight. Like right here, when you're crawling out, I just shoot twice to get rid of the guys straight ahead of me. Here, let me show you. So
Yeah, there were some small things like that I noticed in your run that I just didn't really. They're just small, so I didn't really want to nitpick on them. I didn't even put them on my notes.
okay.
But I'll happily help you with anything you want to know. Obviously.
So what I want to know is what's the line to not worry about this guy? 'Cause sometimes he sees me when I just try to run straight forward, and then equip the lab cost. So I just go.
Sure. Let me show you. Yeah, that's fine. Just it only requires to slow down. Use a couple of extra spots. But let me show you the line. So you stand up and you go in between these trucks here. And once you cross the shadow of this pillar, the second one, like once you step in it, that's like the barrier of when you're going to get an alert. And then you just change cam. Something that a lot of people like to do is toggle the box on and off, which will reset these guards here. You probably know about that, right?
I've seen people do it. I just don't know why they do it.
Yeah, I don't either. It's not necessary. But if you ever get stuck or anything, or you just slow down a bit, it's a good safety.
Okay, let me try that.
Yeah. Try it with the snake eater camera.
Okay. Scientist. Oh no, I don't want scientists. They're gonna throw me in the. Okay, so through here, stand straight up.
Yeah, I just hold X, stands up.
I just mash X.
Whatever works.
Yeah. Okay, so here, shadow, camo.
That's what you're looking for.
Yep. Okay.
And obviously the lab is simple. It's just walking to Grandin. The only thing I'll tell you is I think, in my opinion, the fastest way down these stairs is to take like a step down and then roll into prone. I think that, in my opinion, that's the fastest way.
One step, prone.
But do whatever you like. Even if it is the fastest, it's going to be a nearly irrelevant difference anyway. And there's a dumb rule I do here that don't really recommend. I get the 6 spray early, which it's slightly faster, very slightly, because I can do this roll here if I don't mess it up. Let me take an alert and do it properly. That roll. And I get out of his sight before he notices me. It's a tiny little thing. But if you can pull it off, it's worth doing, you know?
Yeah.
I always go for it because it's not that risky. You can just put on the box and he generally won't see you. But do whatever you like. So
Oh.
I have in my notes fast lab exit. I don't remember what part that was, so I'm just gonna show you everything.
Okay.
I think you know how to get out, right? Where you do the box thing here.
Yes.
Okay, then I don't need to teach you that. Like I said before, it's perfectly fine to grab the 6 spray on the way out if you want. I prefer the way that it places the guards when I get it on the way in, and also the fact that I can do that roll, save a little bit more. It's just tiny little. Yeah.
Okay. I will work on the 6 spray. I think off stream. I'll
Of course.
grab it. Oh.
It happens.
Wasn't fast enough turning that corner.
So another reason I recommend using the Snake Eater camera is because of weird behavior when going in and out of rooms like this.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna, like that. Oh well.
I know exactly what you mean, because you can hold down and go straight up the stairs. But if you use the other camera, like, hold on. Let me show you. So once I go transition to this room, if I'm holding like straight down, I'll go back into the bottom floor.
Both up and down do that. The only way to get your correct movement is to hold left or right.
Right.
Straight.
Okay. I'll work on the SE camera here.
I use the subsistence camera here, actually. That's what I was going to say, is after I do this roll up the stairs, I change to the subsistence camera.
Okay.
And that's because I like the movement through the Fears Arena better. It's all personal preference. Also, another thing, another reason I do it is because that door there that I just came out, I hate doing it in the Snake Eater camera. It's so hard to see it. But once you're ready to change camos, inside or outside, it doesn't matter which. It makes no difference.
I usually do it right when I'm crawling through the little vent to go outside the walls.
Yeah. Some people do it like that. That's just fine. Whenever you're ready to do it, actually, you might want to do it a little sooner because I'm going to show you a strat that'll save you some time. So why don't you just humor me and change camos as soon as you come out, and I'll show you the line. When you do it, make sure you equip the 6 spray.
Equip 6 spray. Okay.
So here's the line. Hug this pillar and then straight to the trucks, just like that. And also, you can tap R2 to put the Mark 22 back on because it's on your previous. You want to see that again?
I think I got it. Let me try it.
Sure.
If I mess it up. So what I do here is I equip 6 spray and then I unequip grenade.
You can do that if you want.
I don't know if that actually saves anything or not.
I don't think that unequipping anything ever saves time. But if you're gonna do it, hold R2 and scroll down. Don't like scroll down the list like you're doing,
Yeah.
because that's way slower. If you're gonna unequip anything, hold R2 to do it.
Wait, what? You can hold R2? Oh, I don't even know you could do this. I thought
Yeah.
everything had to be unequipped with this menu. I didn't know you could hold R2 and like take stuff out like that. You learn something new every day.
Hmm.
All right, so hug the pillar between that. Press
Looks good.
R2. Okay.
And before you leave the room, I want to show you one more thing. Take off the suppressor from your Mark 22, and we're going to do a faster exit. So, going into the next room, just spam square so that you get a shot off as soon as you can. And then stand up. Go through your little hole and put the suppressor back on. There's going to be a dog running towards you. He won't see you, though. And then 1, 2 in the body, and he's out. See? And then just make sure you have the stun grenades on before you go into the fears room. That's it. Now, this strat obviously requires you to be able to spare 3 Mark 22 shots and 2 suppressor. So if you can't spare that, don't do this strat.
Okay, let me try it.
Good. I'm glad you noticed that first one hit the fence.
Yeah.
Awareness. That's good awareness. That's what you need. I swear, you're a good runner, dude. You're a really good runner. I love your awareness, and your general ability to pick things up.
I just never really. I always get stubborn. Like I'll do a strat and I'll just stay with that strat forever. But I'm trying to change it for MGS3.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's why you're here. I love that.
So you want to equip stun grenades? You said.
Yes, you want to have them equipped going into the fight. Just at any point, whenever you like. The fear. Did I need to teach you anything there? No, I don't think so. I think you know.
Well,
I can show you the new way we do it. Oh, I didn't realize I was so close.
I think. Okay, this is what I do.
Sure.
It's very different from what everyone else does. I go to the right here. Then I use a fake death pill. And what I do is I wait for him to run up and then turn around, and then I use the revival pill. So I wait. He runs up. I still don't use it. He turns around. I use revival. Then I stun grenade, run into that trap, and then he dies.
Okay. That's why I have a 10-second time save down for you at the. Okay. So I'm gonna save you 10 seconds at the fear.
Okay.
I'll just show you. All right. So I'm going to show you how to use the central trap. The central trap is pretty consistent now. I'm going to show you how we set it up, how Apache and I in particular set it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll up past the trap, and lean up against this wall here. And this is going to be very hard to explain. I'm going to lean up against the wall, and try to be as close to this tree here as I can. And I'm going to let Snake lean up against the wall just long enough that Snake will do that thing that he does. Let me just show you. Where he, like, slides back. Do you know what I mean? I can't get him to do it now. That. Did you see it? I didn't do that, where he moved north. He did that on his own. Wait just long enough for him to do that. And once I see him stop, that's when I'm going to go ahead and fake death pill. And that should set you up right so that Fear always goes south. He'll go south like 90% of the time unless your timing is bad. So let me show you what that actually looks like. There, did you see I went north, now I fake death pill, and I usually change here so I can see if he lands, he'd land on the right. Didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he went south. And from here, you're gonna revive as soon as he starts walking towards you. I usually use an audio cue for this, but if you ever go early, you know, you can buffer the L2 input.
So as soon as he walks towards you.
As soon as he starts walking towards you, like the instant, you want to waste no time. If you waste too much time, like even just a little bit, he can get away from you. So revive, throw a grenade, stun grenade, and I'm gonna change to the 1911. This is not necessarily faster, but it's a lot safer. If you get enough shots off, it's faster, but whatever. I'm gonna equip the 1911. Wait, I don't know, half a second, 3/4 of a second, so I don't set off the trap too early, and then run into the trap. Actually, I don't want to run into the trap because that'll end the fight. But you get the idea. I would run into the trap right now and shoot him with a 1911. Just like that. That's the concept. Make sense? Want me to show it to you again?
Yeah, do it again.
Awesome. So like before, I'm not gonna actually run into the trap because I don't want to end the fight.
Okay, but you normally would just run into the trap on the other side, like behind him.
Right. So it's a small little detail, but you know, I went north, like I automatically snake went north along the wall, which means I know I got the setup right. Fake death pill. You should go south. There you go. I got him pretty early on his walking animation. So I'm going to revive, throw the stun grenade, 1,000, and then I would go. 1,000 was me counting out loud.
Okay.
Like, almost a second. Like, I would go 1,001, 1,002, or whatever. And then I would run into the trap, of course, and it would kill him. You don't need to shoot him at all, technically, but shooting him makes it a lot more consistent.
All right, so now do it full speed. Let me see it.
I can make a save and just show you the fight, actually. So I'm gonna do the whole fight and actually go through with it.
Okay.
Wow, after the 10,000 years of loading is done.
MGS 3 and 2 are not very friendly loading and restarting saves.
Indeed.
But one good thing about 4.
True. Okay, so he went north. So that's unlucky. I'm gonna go again. My timing was most likely bad. The timing is not super tight, but it is something you can mess up. Okay, he should go south. Yeah. I'll show you what to do if he goes north. It's not a reset if he goes north, but I just want to show you what's south. That's that.
Okay.
Once you kind of grasp the concept there, I'll show you what to do if he goes north. It's pretty simple.
All right, let me reset this fight and try it again. Did I get him? I don't think I got him in the right area. No.
I think you revived just a little too late.
Try it again. There's a goddamn. This is me trying to learn MGS3.
There's a pitfall trap to your north, like a few feet.
Okay, try this
snake.
again.
I can't believe you, you madman.
It wasn't even all the way down. His head was still up. Okay, here. Okay. Oh,
That's good. It should work. You're on the 1911, so you can just spam it.
yeah, I just wasn't aimed at him,
Mm.
so my aim was messing up. What the hell is that pitfall?
Just
Somewhere.
just to the north of that mud. Let me show you. It's just here.
Oh, here it is.
That mud.
Found it.
Yeah. Okay. So let me show you. Try to show you that actually that lean up against the wall if I can. I don't know if I'm describing it well enough. I'm trying to get as close to the tree as I can when I hug the wall.
Mm-hmm.
It does that thing where he automatically gets away from it a little bit. Do you see that? That's what you're going for. But you kind of gotta do it while you're at this angle. You gotta get used to doing it kind of quickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a bit of practice, but once you get the general concept, you'll be fine.
Okay. All right, let me try it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You already got it once. That would have. That's where the safety of the 1911 comes in. Had you used the 1911, it would have.
So you can't finish that fight without the 1911.
You can. You absolutely can. Yeah.
You can.
You can. It's just the 1911 makes it much safer. If you're ever just a little bit off, you know, or a little bit slow, the fear will still die.
Okay. Shit, I went the wrong way.
Nice.
I'm just not used to going that way.
If you like, you can use the Snake Eater camera here. It will give you, of course, a more consistent camera angle. The only reason I use it is for the return trip going out of the Fears Arena so I can see the trees better.
Yeah.
Sorry, the only reason I use the sub camera is what I meant.
Duh.
One more thing to keep in mind is that you turn a lot slower when you have your gun raised, so just wait until you're actually pointed at him.
I was trying to like face him, then go first person, but I was way off. So then I had to like slowly turn the other way.
I'm currently wondering why that didn't work. Take his pressure off. Oh. Rip.
Alright.
You were kind of low, that's the reason I said it. So you get the idea.
Yeah.
It's a matter of practice. So I'm going to show you how to do the north setup. I'm going to try to bait him into going north. If I can't get it, I'll just explain it.
Okay.
It's not difficult. I'm not gonna spend all day trying to get it. Oops. I'll try it one more time, and if I don't get it, there we go. You should go north. So what you do if he goes north, you wait for him to walk almost all the way up to you, and then you revive. So like right about there, and you don't wait at all to hit the trap. And that, well, of course it didn't work when I tried to show it to you, but it works like almost every time.
Okay.
And by the way, Patchy says that when he goes south, you break the line before the stun grenade goes off, not after. And that's why it wasn't working for you.
Okay.
So
So
feel
don't
free to try that if you like.
run through the line, and then M1911.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll practice this more off stream.
Yep. Interesting. Okay. I have tried that before, and it has always hit him before the stun grenade went off. So that's good to know. Thanks for the tip, Apache. So we are going to cure, but only the poison. We're not going to cure.
Cure only poison.
Yep. Don't touch the arrow. We need that arrow in. Pretty
Okay.
important. There's a strat where you don't cure the poison, but it's very, very hard.
The 1 HP Fury.
The 1 HP Fury is not fun. It's not
fun.
something you really want to mess with.
Okay.
So moving on, you're going to learn Fast Warehouse 2 now. I like to use the subsistence camera for this. And going into the room, I'll hold right, so that way I get the correct input. I'll wait for you to get here. Watch. Oh, you ready?
I'm watching. Go ahead.
So I'm going to take a continue and go again.
Okay.
So going into the room, I hold right, which, as you'll see, sends Snake in the correct direction. Put the box on and hug this railing so that that guard in the middle sees you. And this roll here is just going to be practice to work on it. Now, do you know how to do a box headshot?
No.
Okay, we're gonna learn how to do a box headshot. The basic premise of a box headshot is that coming out of the box makes Snake's auto aim shoot just a little bit higher than it normally would, and that is just enough to get a headshot on a guard who is looking down. So the basic premise is we point the box at the guard, unequip it, and match square to get a shot off as soon as we can. And that shot will then go higher than it. So let me try to show you. Like that. Let me show you one more thing. Maybe I can shoot the wall and try to show you. Demonstrate the difference. Okay, yeah, I can. Oh, I didn't mean to do that! Hold on. Okay. So, when I just shoot an auto aim, there's my bullet hole. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. So it's pretty low. But if I do a box headshot, look at how much higher it is. See that?
Not really, but I'm gonna take your word for it.
It's kind of hard to see, but there's 3 bullet holes here. There's a lower one, a middle one, and a higher one. The higher one is the box headshot. Do you not see that?
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
It's kind of a bad wall to do it on, but that's the height difference for a box headshot.
Okay.
So that one was just me aiming. The middle one was a quick shot, and the top one was a box headshot. So that's a demonstration of how of the box headshot actually setting the shot higher. So now let me show you the box headshot itself.
So you just spam square as you unequip the box?
Yes, that's all I do. Just make sure you're pointing the box at him.
Mm-hmm.
I put the box on as soon as I can. And you can take this, you can walk towards him for a lot longer than you think you can, because it takes him a long time to actually alert on the box. So don't fall under the illusion of you need to shoot as soon as you turn the corner, because you don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Just run straight at him. Try to line him up with the box, and then do your box headshot. I like to use that line on top of the box as sort of an aiming reticle, so I'll kind of line him up with that. Make sense?
Yep.
So the rest of the room after that is pretty simple. Do you want to see the whole thing at full speed?
Just do it full speed.
Awesome. Then a bump roll, and you're out. I like to change the Snake Eater camera here, and then I'll use it for until mountains. Make sure you equip the box after you get through that door. At least if you're like me, that guy's normally going to see you. The door's going to stay open. He can see you. But if he sees the box, he won't alert. So,
all right, let me try it.
The only other thing I can say is after you do the box headshot, you can do a roll for safety towards the stairs where you're going, and it makes that guard at the top less likely to catch you if you have problems with that.
Okay.
So have a go. Feel free.
Only have 3 shots.
We'll grab some. There's
Shouldn't be
a
a problem.
guard. Grab some from.
Oh, it's not in my previous.
That was just a little bit to the right. Nice. Perfect. That's exactly what you're looking for. Nailed it. You got the idea.
All right. I think what I was really having trouble with the box headshot was I was trying to time shooting as soon as I unequip the box, but I didn't know you could just spam it.
Oh yeah, no, there's no timing involved. Just spam it.
Okay. Because I thought the box headshot, you unequip the box, then you auto aim, then you shoot.
Nope. There's no auto aim involved. Actually, if you auto aim, that would kill the box headshot because you would auto aim on the body.
That's why I was having so much trouble trying to do it.
Jeez, you wouldn't change cameras. So we are going to need to grab some Mark 22 ammo from the last guard in the next room.
Okay.
Okay, so I wanted to show you some time saves in this room. A lot of it is line. Line makes a bigger difference in this room than you might think. So small improvements on the line. It saves 5 seconds to go to the right here and kind of just hug this, I don't know, tree line here, whatever you want to call it. Just kind of go north here. And then stay on this hill, running parallel to it. Because if you notice, you'll go kind of slow if you're running up it, obviously.
Yeah.
And all of this, that whole line saves you about 5 seconds over what you do. That whole section. So let me show you that. Go right here. Oh, to the right of this tree you can climb, and then just go straight north. And then we're going to go along the hill And there you go. And roll into the guard. Do you know how to do this part, or do you need help with it?
I need help with it.
Okay. So the basic premise is we're going to shoot in that general area. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the tree, but on the wall or in the tree, on the wall or on the tree, so that the guard runs to that tree and takes cover there.
I just don't know when to shoot.
Right. I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
Gotta get there. Rootin' tootin' along. So I would shoot right about here. Okay, in between these two trees that I'm standing near, you can see there's one behind me and to my left, and in front of me to my left. I would stand right about here and shoot, and you should see he went to the wrong tree. Obviously, that's how it works. He should be influenced by tree. He should be influenced by whether or not you're moving when you shoot. So if you just keep, I think that's why he went to the wrong tree, because I stopped moving. Right, and then I just changed to a grenade, and he can't hear your footsteps. Cook it just like you do in Operation Snake Eater. He can't hear you. Then this part's important. When you take this line, you need to go to the right of this tree. Otherwise, two things will happen. This guard can see you, and the last guard in the room can hear your stuff. And then we're just gonna sig spray this guy too, and we're out of here.
Okay.
This guy has ammo, by the way, so take it.
All right. All right, let me try it.
Normally in a run, you wouldn't need to grab this ammo. Obviously.
Yeah. Okay. So here, to the right of the tree that you climb. Damn it, I got caught on the tree.
Stand a little closer to the left side when you do that. Also, getting caught on the tree didn't help.
Yeah. Okay.
The I guess cycle is kind of tight, not super tight.
Stop getting caught on the tree, and I really messed up the lines.
Go right of those trees too.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the superior camera angle.
It might help you here because it would help you line up that shot for sure. So, if it's to your advantage, go for it. It's good. Oh, you don't have the sig spray. Oh, I thought you did. Okay.
I think I messed up the menuing earlier, so that's why it's a little out of whack. Maybe, I don't know.
There you go. Well, that's how you do the room.
Okay. Okay.
So, an optimization that I forgot to tell you before you went into the end. It's not a big deal. Take the suppressor off the Mark 22 and put it on your previous, so that way we can just put it on as soon as we get in the fight. Just saves you a menu later. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
So, the end. Fun part. Coming into the fight, we're going to go into first person and equip the Mark 22. I like to lean to the left, although you don't technically need to. And we're just going to shoot the end in the head 3 times from here. You can see him on his perch there. So just put the top of your sights on the blinking, flashing white light, which is scope, and you'll hit his head most of the time. Now, because we left the arrow in at the fear, he's laying down, which means that you're going to get headshots and therefore high damage the vast majority of the time. Makes the strat much, much more consistent. So 1, 2, 3, and wait for him to run away. Once you see that he's run away, you know you got it. Then we're going to run over to this general area over here, kind of close to this wall, and do 6 punch-punch-kick combos, just as a buffer. So the idea is we need to wait 25 seconds, and doing these buffers is about 25 seconds. I think this is 7. That's fine. And then we're going to run, somewhere in this general area. It's not super precise. You just need to make sure you're not past this tree.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to throw a smoke grenade in between here and that tree, because that's where the end's going to be. Why don't you practice those first 3 shots? Because some people actually really struggle with them, and then we'll carry on from this point once you're here. How about that?
Sounds good.
Let's take this one step at a time so we don't get a little overwhelmed.
Here. Try to aim. Was that low damage or high damage?
That's pretty high damage. That's what you're looking for.
Okay, so I got that. So then you go to the right. Now he ran away.
Yep.
So I go this way. Wait, up here, I think. So then you do 6 punch kicks.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then don't go past this tree. Okay, so this is where you are.
Yep. And as a safety note, you can do a 7th punch kick if you want, and he'll always teleport.
Okay.
But usually that won't be necessary.
My
So
movement was slow anyway, so it's like 7.
it's fine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make the end teleport. He's going to teleport to that tree, in that patch of grass behind that tree there, which is why we throw the smoke grenade so he can't see us. We're going to throw the smoke grenade. And as soon as it detonates, we're going to shoot either the Mark 22 or 1911 3 times. It doesn't matter what. Any unsilenced gun will work. 1, 2, 3. And I like to change the sub camera here. Right about here, I'm going to throw a stun grenade at him. Anywhere you like is fine. Just at some point, you need to throw a stun grenade so he doesn't shoot you. We're going to run up to him. And here's the loop. This loop can be a little bit tricky sometimes. What you need to make sure you do is you need to stand beside him, not in front of him. If you stand in front of him, you won't be able to hold him up. So just keep that in mind. So with the stick spray on, we're going to do a punch, spray, punch, hold up. So here's what this looks like. Punch, spray, punch, missed. Obviously, that's how it works. Whenever you try to show something off, suddenly you can't do it.
Always happens. Now, can you get really close to him, like almost touching him?
You can
your
touch
punches
him,
always land? Okay.
Absolutely, you can. Normally, that's what I try to do.
Right.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Punch, spray, punch, and then a hold up. There you go. So that's the hard-ish part. The rest is really just like the old loop. You basically do the same thing. Once he puts his gun down, we're going to spray him and then do the smoke stun combo. The only difference is we only have 1 stun grenade, so we can't combo him forever. Or, basically almost dead like we do the other way.
Okay.
Instead, we're going to catch him at a tree that he runs to. He always goes to the same tree. We're just going to catch him there and finish the fight. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. 1, 2 to knock him over, and then we're going to go to this tree here and catch him while he's running. And then a punch. Wow, I missed. Hit him with a punch, and you'll stop him in his tracks and be able to kill him with 2 punches and then a 6 spray, just like on the end of the old loop.
Okay.
So it's a pretty simple loop. It seems a lot more intimidating than it actually is. Harder than it actually is. Do you want to see it again, or do you want to have a go?
I'll have a go. So
Alright.
I'm at the part where you throw the smoke. Let's see. Over here. So then you shoot the... I'll use this. And then you want to equip to the stun grenade. Throw the stun. Okay. So then you want to punch him.
Good. So now you're basically doing the regular loop. The old.
Oh, I was too late. Alright, let me kill myself.
As soon as he starts the hold up animation, you can stop. You can let go of your gun or whatever.
Yeah.
Change the 6 spray.
I think there was a... What's that stupid tent?
Don't go out. Don't go out. Don't go out. Don't go out.
I'm trying to find that tent that you started with. Where the hell is it?
It's to the north.
I think it's this
northwest.
way. Wait. This way?
Go to where he was. Change to the Snake Eater camera and go west, then north.
West.
Just make sure you don't leave the area, because otherwise you won't be able to try the fight again.
Yeah. No, don't kill me. Yeah, this is
West.
not good. I'm gonna make a save.
Okay.
That's
That
the-
won't work. If you load that save, you'll be at jail.
How?
If you load a save in the arena, if you load it in less than a week, he takes you to jail. If you load it in more than a week, he's dead.
No, I'm pretty sure you can load the save and it'll be the beginning of the fight.
It won't be.
Let's bet.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure if you take too long, then he dies. But I don't think he ever takes you to jail.
He does.
All right, if I'm wrong, then it's just a friendly wager.
If you're wrong, then this is where we pick up next section.
If I'm wrong, there was a good chance he was going to throw me in jail anyway. If he shot me one more time. Okay.
Oh, wow. Color me wrong.
All right, where's he going? Okay, he ran away. So I can go here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 for a good measure. Oh, I didn't take my suppressor off. Forgot that part. Here, you throw a smoke grenade. Then 1, 2, 3, and then you want the stun.
Where is he? Over there. Okay. Okay.
Freeze. How did you?
Stun. Smoke. And then he goes here.
You sprayed too soon. You need to wait for Snake to
Yeah.
cough a couple of times.
True.
But that is the basic concept. If you just waited, it would have worked just fine. Yeah, and if he ever, occasionally, very rarely, you'll not do enough damage to finish the fight at that tree, and you'll chase him, and usually just be one shot. You'll chase him like to that tree where you just did, and he'll die in one shot.
Okay, so I gotta wait a little for the smoke to start, then use the sig spray. All right, let's try it again. Oh, Apache said in the comments that save works for 3 days, then you're in jail. Okay. And then 2 weeks he's dead. Save states with this game.
Yeah, I wish.
Okay, so take off the suppressor. Line up that his scope. Now I'm just second guessing myself. No. Is that
That's not enough. So there's a hut with TNT in it. Rather than loading the save, just go to that hut.
okay?
The hut is to the northwest, so if you remember where the end teleports to, go there, then go north, and the hut's just there.
Yep.
Congrats on the trophy.
Okay. I already got all the trophies. I just put a new SSD in. So wait, I gotta wait for him to run away.
You really just want to confirm that you definitely got 3 shots. It's not necessarily the running away that you need to wait for, but if he runs away, that means you definitely got it.
Okay.
When you hear that like distinctive moan or sound that he makes, that tells you that you have hit his iframes, then you can run away. The important thing is just make sure you got all 3 hits.
So do you wait for the smoke to detonate and then you shoot with your gun?
Yes. If you shoot
Okay.
any earlier, he will be able to see you when he teleports. He'll just shoot you immediately.
Okay. Stun grenade.
Freeze. Where did you?
Sig spray. Smoke. No.
So if you saw the line he took, he always takes that exact line. So you just want to stand on the line that he takes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the idea is you want to intercept him and stop him in his tracks. You don't really want to necessarily catch him. That is an option. You can just keep running until he catches you, but I find that to be harder personally.
Oh. Okay, he's still up there.
Aim at his scope. Yeah, he saw you, so
No.
he moved his position.
Wait, did I get him?
You hit him a couple of times.
But is this gonna work?
You'll teleport him, but you won't be able to end the fight. You'll have to chase him down a bit. Yeah,
All right,
carry
let's
on. Go for it. Yeah, because I mean, I just want to make sure you got the idea of the fight. You don't necessarily need to, get it perfect.
All right, this will be the last time I try it, and then I'll practice it a bunch on my own.
Yep, it's good.
Okay. Stun grenade. Okay, he's there at least. Look at his head.
Where did you?
So keep in mind, once you start the holdup, you can just change to your six spray immediately.
Oh, I thought you. Okay, I usually wait until he puts his rifle down.
Nah, when he puts his rifle down, it's
Force the habit.
with the six spray.
Wow.
That's when his iframes go away, or not iframes, but like I don't know how to describe it. You know how you can only hit a boss 3 times?
Yeah, I guess it resets.
Yeah, the
His
reset.
revenge value, as they call it in some games.
Really
Okay,
interesting.
Yep.
I've never heard that. I'll remember that one. That's good.
Okay, so I think it was this line. And then you punch him twice after you hit him with the smoke.
Yes, and then you spray him again.
Oh, come on, old man. All right.
Just one shot with the Mark 22 one. There you go. That's perfect. Make sure you aim in first person, by the way, because you don't auto aim on him.
Okay.
You'll never auto aim on him. So yeah, that's real good. It's good. Yeah, that's pretty much what you're looking for. That's the recovery if you mess that up. So, how do you feel? You like these
I feel like I like the strats. I feel like I just got to keep practicing them to really get used to it.
Yeah, it's a tough game, and these strats you're learning advanced strats, so they're particularly hard, especially coming from being rusty. Hey, you like I said, you've got the hands for it. You can do this.
Okay.
I like your awareness, and I like your ability to learn, and I like your willingness to learn. So I think you're going to do really good.
Cool. So, how are we doing in time?
We are almost an hour 50 in.
Oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
So, do we want to do one run of me just up to this point then, and then the rest of the game, I guess, another point?
Yep.
Games go from dancing the wire between success and failure. Yeah. All right. So, I'll just start at beginning of Snake Eater.
Sounds good.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm gonna just switch us over to intermission and then get us set up for the next run. If you're good, Sparty, if you need 5 minutes or something, I can go into intermission. If you want to get straight into it, we can go straight into
No,
it.
let's
as well.
get straight into it. I'm good.
Okay.
Let me know when you're good on your end.
Yeah, I'm just sorting out now. Won't be a sec. Okay, the layout's not working. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Hello everyone, we are back. I hope you enjoyed that learning segment of I'm No Rookie episode 10 with Major and Spartyy. Now Spartyy is going to do a run all of his own, taking into account some of the things he's picked up in I guess part 1 of Metal Gear Solid 3. It's like the first half of the game, right? There's just so much in like the first half of Metal Gear Solid 3. There's a lot to learn, and it was really good to watch Spartyy. Just give me a countdown when you're ready to start, and I'll hit the timer.
Okay. I'm just gonna start at Snake Eater. So 3, 2, 1, go.
And good luck.
Thank you. Okay, so here. I didn't think it would take that long to learn. Not even up to mountains, but
It's a tough game, man.
yeah.
And you're learning like really advanced strats. So
Guess it also shows like what kind of strats I was using on my runs.
I can spoil it for you and tell you how much time you're gonna save overall if you like.
How much?
6.5 minutes.
So
That's how
that'll
much.
put me at no loading trick 118-ish?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because right now I'm a one. Wait, am I a 126 or a 124? I think 126. I want to say.
Let's see. I'll just go and look.
Okay. Can't remember.
You are a 126.29, so you would be sub 120. You would be 119 X
Oh. Okay. Cool.
without
I think
loading.
once I
Trick.
can get sub 20 without loading trick, yeah, then I'll start doing loading trick. I think second half of the game, I really have to learn the fear. Oh, come on. I hate this roll. This is going to be something I got to practice for like 5 hours off stream.
Yeah, like I said, it's something that's kind of tough to learn, but once you get it, it's like riding a bike. You'll never mess it up again. It's weird like that, you know. There's that kind of mental block, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Like right now, I just have no idea. I'm just rolling, guessing where I should roll.
so try rolling. Oh, that's good. You got it. In the future, try rolling off the hill a little sooner. and just
Yeah,
rolling,
that's
like,
exactly
more
what I did in that roll. Before I was going a little too far down.
Yeah,
and then
you're going
rolling.
really far down the hill, which is just
Yeah.
losing you time. And if you kind of just go, roll off a little sooner and roll more northerly, you'll be able to make it just fine. It's just a matter of practice. You'll get it off stream, I'm sure, no problem. I loved when that weird box grab was found because I hate climbing those boxes so much.
Yeah, just mash triangle until finally go up. Okay. Okay, new menu here. I gotta remember cardboard box. Okay, accidentally grab that, whatever. Hmm. Yeah, I didn't knock that guy out at the far end fast enough.
Yeah, I think you only shot him once.
Yeah, I thought I could shoot him once and get away with it because I messed up the beginning. So I was trying to make up for it. Okay. No! Mm. Okay, I'm gonna go for 2 body shots. I hate headshots on that guy.
I don't blame you. It's a tough shot.
Oops. Didn't mean to get that, but oh well.
Nice.
Yeah, I hate
Good.
that mine detector.
Yeah. It's just, luckily it's not a big deal. It doesn't really mess with it because you never really go back into that menu again until the like waterfall or whatever.
Yeah. And what makes it tough is if you try to like hug the boxes instead of the mine detector, like you might run up against the boxes and that'll screw everything.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Oops. Alright,
You're so
whatever, I'll roll with
sticky
it.
in this game.
I accidentally pressed X too early.
Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta wait
Without
for Snake to be
moving forward.
standing up.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Okay, here. Always feel like you gotta move a pixel to the right.
Yeah, it's so annoying, isn't it?
I've lost so many runs because I didn't move and just fell straight down and didn't make it over. Oh no! Ah. Try to round it too
Unlucky.
early. Or I was spamming X to get up and then I rolled a little too early.
You can just hold X if you like.
Yeah, I guess it's
Defend
bad
it.
habits just spamming X instead of holding it. Try that. Poor dog. That's a vicious dog, platonic guy. It's either him or me.
No mercy for the puppo.
Nope. Nobody cares about the more core we shoot. Okay, that was cleaner.
Nice. I like that. Just remember to roll more towards the right of that load zone.
Oh,
so you'll
right.
Get it a little
Yeah,
sooner.
Yep.
I love that time save. It's so simple and
Yeah.
weird and quirky. It's fun.
HQ, please respond. This is HQ.
Can't see too much dust. Oh wait, more core.
Have that one taste.
So after the Markor shot, try waiting a little longer before shooting Ocelot again. Like
Okay.
a little bit after that animation starts where it starts disintegrating and then turning
Oh,
into
right,
Fujina.
right.
Just
Okay.
wait a little bit after that, half a second or something. And then that should be good.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. I just completely forgot.
That's good. Good.
All right, health is not looking good.
Well, yeah, but you'll
So
be
no
fine.
room for error against the pain.
I believe in you. You ever been bit by that snake in a run?
No,
I have.
you have? I've
Yeah,
never
it happens-
got bitten by that snake unless I'm just standing still.
It happens if you go too slow.
Uh,
I think
Yeah,
what
it's
it is the snake can't bite you while it's moving. So
mhm.
if you don't waste time, it's always moving when you get to it. But if you like fumble around.
Yeah, I remember always getting bit by it at the beginning when I had no idea what to do and just messing around. But then ever since, like in a run especially, I've never gotten bitten by it. Okay. So now I have 16 ammo. Do you grab the ammo to the left? Is that really a big deal or no?
I never grab it. I hardly grab any ammo. I have like 2 ammo going into mountains too.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I don't grab ammo there because I can grab it during the pain fight, and I think that's more efficient because you're waiting on the grenade to go off anyway.
True.
But that's just a really optimal thing, I think. Not really necessary.
I missed it. No. Let me try it again. How? Oh, come on.
Welcome to the pain's hitbox. You must have been like 1 pixel off.
Yeah, I don't know
That-
how I missed that one.
So unlucky. Now imagine doing this fight on PS2 where you can't dodge the bullet beast. Nice.
No. Leave me alone, bull. Please. Whatever. Okay, don't put up your shield.
Yeah, you can use the smokes because you're gonna pick up more in the docks anyway, so they're free game.
Oh, come on. Swear I'm not this bad. Just very rusty at this game also.
It's a hard fight. You gotta be very precise on a small moving hitbox that's inaccurate to what it looks like, so it's a hard fight. The only thing I can really tell you is to not shoot so fast, because I think that's probably what's making you miss so much.
No. Screw you, Pain.
Nice. I hate using the Snake Eater camera here because if you use it, you'll notice Snake's actually totally off screen at some points.
Yep.
You literally cannot see him. It also goes out of bounds, the camera. It's so weird. I don't know what they were thinking. It's like that in every version of the game.
I swear MGS, even this happens in MGS4 also. When it's like close quarters like this, the camera is horrible, the free roam camera. Or excuse
Yeah.
me, like any camera, free roam and the other one, because
They
like
both suck.
it pushes up right into like, I don't know how to describe it, but it like zooms in and zooms out and zooms in and zooms out.
Right. Yeah, the camera can't go through the wall. The wall is like a barrier for the camera too, so
Right,
it gets closer to Snake.
I was watching the MGS4 emulator, and they actually fixed that. Like the camera was just staying still.
Wow.
So I'm hoping one day we can play 3 and 4 on PC.
I wish.
That's the only reason why I have my PS3 out still is because of MGS4.
All I have installed on my PS3 is MGS3. I have 3 copies of MGS3 installed on it. That's it.
Well, 3 also, I guess, yeah. 3 and 4. And since I have 3 and 4, that's why I just play 2 on HDC also, because of convenience.
Sure.
But if they ever come out with 3 and 4 on PC, I'm putting my PS3 away for a long time. Menu. Okay. All right, let's see if I can do this warehouse.
Almost.
Absolutely beautiful. That's what you're looking for.
Nice.
Except that roll at the end. You got to reset when you get that.
Yeah.
Can't have that in a run.
It's got to look clean. That looked very sloppy.
No, that was really, really good. That's like ideal.
It actually there isn't a coolant rise, but there is like a box rise, isn't there? You can like use the box to come up quickly.
Yeah, it's Snake stands up pretty fast anyway. It's not like 2 where riding has a
Yeah.
really slow animation.
Oh, swag sideways movement.
Nice. It's slightly faster to box rise if you do it well, but if you don't, then it's not. I don't bother personally.
Oops.
Not so fast.
Infinite suppressor strat.
Oh no. Okay, whatever. I guess that's why they box right there, since my movement wasn't great.
Indeed.
Okay, we'll just do it this way.
Careful not to get hit by the tarantula. Nice.
Oh yeah, I hate that thing. I was lucky I missed it.
If you ever do get taken to jail, you can go to the courtyard and roll through the window. Saves
Oh,
you
true.
20, 30
Yeah.
seconds or whatever.
It's just that I'll never do this in a run if that happens. It's a reset.
Yeah, obviously it's a reset, but just
For
in
now, yeah, probably would have been easier. Or you could do that actually for the Keratin run. You can probably
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
that's what they do. I think that's what Hikari does.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I love Keratin's speedrun. I love single segment.
It's the enemy.
Are you gonna do a Keratin run ever?
Yes, definitely.
Is that a yes, definitely, but never do it, or yes, definitely, we'll do it?
No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I have interest in all of the category extensions: Tuxedo, Keratin, Cigar,
Multi or single?
Single.
Oh, cool, cool. Don't get caught. Okay. So change camera. Uniform animals. There was also the. Okay. You want to have this without the suppressor. Huh?
Nothing here.
Stun grenade.
I wonder why your stun grenades are there. They're one away from
Probably how I menu it. So, when do you menu your stun grenades?
I don't. They're on at Operation Snake Eater. They're on by default. You never menu.
Oh, okay. So then, only time I menu is when I do the grenade and smoke. When you fight the pain, or yeah,
Weird.
I don't know.
It's not a big deal.
Okay, so he's here.
So remember to wait for him to walk almost all the way up, almost all the way up to you.
He wasn't dead after all.
Oh, he ran away. What did I do wrong?
You revived too late.
Oh,
He
okay.
has to be almost all the way up to you, but not quite up to you.
I waited till he was like, stop walking, coming up
Yeah.
to me.
He needs to still be walking when you revive.
Okay. Damn it, he's back. No, wait, where is he? Oh, he's here.
Yeah. Sometimes he can behave a little weirdly and take a long time to get to you. I don't know why.
Okay.
Nice. That was good. That was clean.
All right, time save. All right, so now you only want to cure poison.
Right you are, Ken.
That was the best show ever.
I make that reference all the time just to see who gets it.
Don't get eliminated.
Oh, that was so good. That's exactly what you want. That's so good.
Cool, cool. Oh, don't get stuck.
The enemy's here.
What?
Oh,
Wasn't close enough.
I think you were too close, actually.
I bumped into him.
I'm not sure. I've
I have
had
no idea what happened.
spray sometimes. I just spray from farther away than I think I should.
Yeah.
Works. There are other ways through the room anyway. You can experiment with other ways of taking those guards out. Personally, I don't sig spray at all in my own runs. It's just I bump into them, and just run off. But sig spraying is by far the easiest way.
I usually six spray, even doing it my way. Okay. Uh, what?
You were aiming a little high. He ran off on you.
Come on. Had a feeling it was too high.
You're making a long shot with a short range pistol, so I wouldn't worry too much about missing. It's gonna happen occasionally. The best thing to do is pay attention to his stamina bar and see if you actually got the hit, and if you did, position is good.
Okay.
You got 2 hits, but that should work. If he gives you like that one-liner, that means you
Smoke. Stun. Shit. Ooh.
Oh, what a save! Oh my god.
Damn it, I don't think I hit him twice. Yeah.
He's still there, so he's still there, you're good.
No. Come back.
Oh, unlucky. One thing I can tell you is when you throw the stun grenade and then you go back for the 6 spray, wait a second or a second and a half before spraying him again. That way you'll do more damage. Because the way it works in MGS3 is when you do the same type of damage to a boss repeatedly, he takes less damage each time. So if you wait just a second, you'll do full damage with a 6 spray.
So you throw the stun grenade, wait for it to detonate, and then wait a second, then hit him with the smoke.
6 spray.
Oh, 6 spray, I mean, yeah. Okay, I'll try waiting.
That's the right concept. That can, if you get, that's particularly helpful if you get anything less than absolute full damage. Like if you miss any of your shots at the beginning.
No!
Yeah, you were a bit too slow on the second
Yeah.
punches.
I suddenly got out of first person view. Back to the tent. Alright, 3rd time's the charm. Alright. Okay.
Good damage.
Okay, Smoke grenade. Stun. Okay. So get this ready. Stun grenade. So here's where you said wait a little, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Only about a second and a half, something like that. Nice. There you go.
All right. Well, there it is.
That's what you're looking for.
All right. Well, thank you, Major, for taking the time out of your day to teach me some stuff.
Absolutely. No, my pleasure. I love helping people learn new strats and stuff.
Definitely have to do it again to learn the rest of the game. That was loads of fun. And thanks to Apache as well for running everything behind the scenes. And thank you, everyone, for watching.